You're listening to Strawberry Ink. Today's episode brings us back to a chilling afternoon in April 2021 when a 16-year-old black girl was shot and killed by a police department in Columbus, Ohio. Just moments before the nation received a guilty verdict in the trial of Derek Chauvin, who was charged for the death of George Floyd. This girl's name was Ma'Khia Bryant. It was April 20th, 2021 in Columbus, Ohio. Officers were dispatched to a home after a 911 caller reported that girls were fighting and that someone had a knife. Within minutes, Officer Nicholas Reardon arrived on the scene. He exited his vehicle within seconds, fired 4 shots, striking Ma'Khia Bryant, who appeared to be lunging at another girl while holding a knife. Ma'Khia fell to the ground. She was rushed to the hospital, but did not survive. The officer had been on the force for less than 2 years. Ma'Khia Bryant was just 16 years old. She died at Nationwide. She was living in foster care and had been sheltered in a group home. Her family described her as smart, sweet, and someone who dreamed of becoming a nurse. One of her hobbies at the group home was doing hair. She was trying to build a future through her education. Ma'Khia's story quickly spread across the internet and the news, not just because of the timing, but because of the video. Yet another Black Lives Matter related shooting. Bodycam footage released by the Columbus Division of Police showed the moment Reardon fired. The footage also showed Ma'Khia wielding a knife, raising complex questions around police force, the youth in crisis, and the systems that failed her long before that call was made. Following the shooting, Officer Reardon was placed on suspension, paid administrative leave, a standard procedure during officer-involved shootings. The investigation was handed over to the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, BCI. Meanwhile, the funeral of Bryant was held on April 30th, 2021 at the First Church of God in Columbus. Both visitation and homegoing ceremony. It was all conducted by the Marlon Gary Funeral Home of Columbus. In March of 2022, the case was brought before a grand jury by Franklin County Prosecutor Gary Tyack. Tyack had taken office in 2021, and under his administration, all officer-involved shootings were presented directly to grand juries for independent review. After reviewing the evidence, the grand jury declined to indict Officer Reardon. They found that his use of deadly force was legally justified under Ohio law. The decision not to charge Officer Reardon sparked outrage in some communities and frustration in others. For Ma'Khia's family, there was just heartbreak but also anger. They didn't just blame the officer, they blamed the foster care system and how it placed Ma'Khia in a volatile environment without the support she needed. Shame on you, Mike DeWine, and shame on Andrew Ginfer. While Ma'Khia's family had spoken publicly about filing a civil lawsuit, no formal legal complaint has been made as of May 2025. In April 2023, the U.S. Department of Justice launched a civil pattern or practice investigation into the Columbus Division of Police. The DOJ cited years of community complaints and excessive force, racial discrimination, and the department's treatment towards the youth, naming Ma'Khia Bryant's case one of the several catalysts. That investigation remains ongoing. Ma'Khia Bryant's death did not just shake her family, it sent shockwaves across the nation. She was not in a state of mind where she could control her behaviors. She was not holding a gun. She was in crisis, holding a knife, surrounded by chaos. And in just 11 seconds from the moment Officer Reardon stepped onto the scene, she was gone. If she would have been white, she would have probably still been alive. For many, it raised haunting questions. Is this foster care system a good way to survive without a family? And if you cannot cry out for help, then who will do it for you? This has been Strawberry Ink. I'm Santiago. Thank you so much for listening. Keep in mind that in my experience, this Columbus Division of Police Department is a waste of tax money. It is pathetic, it is retarded. Many officers are retarded and so coward. Shame on them. Why are we even trusting these bozo idiots? Once again, shame on DeWine. Shame on Mayor Andrew Ginther. Shame on the Columbus Division of Police and all the other city police departments in Ohio. Shame on the stupid residents of Ohio, the most retarded I've ever seen. The white trash bozos, the white devil, shame on them all. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day and fuck Ohio.